welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. We got Dancing Carpet.
Oh my god, he's going
Kill
nuts.
And by dancing, I mean he is fucking stressed the hell out.
Fucking kill him.
He's dancing.
He wants to take you to the desert, where we're gonna fight our next super boss.
Oh shit. Ouchies.
So, this guy's name is Kurt Zisa, and he was named after a person who actually had won a contest to have their name in the game. And this is Kurt. The winner was Kurt Zisa, because this is Kurt Zisa. He is, in contrast to Phantom, a very active boss that you can easily attack constantly, but he has multiple different forms of health bars in the form of magic orbs that you need to break, as well as his main body, which his main body has regular 1500, and you can do a shit ton of damage against him as well, so like, he's not too hard to damage, but he also will consistently have these two orbs. He'll switch phases between having two orbs, and he can't use magic. And then he'll have this one big orb while he's also like kind of zenning out and like levitating around the battlefield, and you won't be able to hit him with physical attacks. So he basically changes his weakness over the course of the fight. You gotta break through the barrier, and then you can do regular damage to him. Thankfully, you can get like magic orbs to drop from the big barrier that requires that you use magic for it. But he's a pretty standard boss. I don't recommend using Arrow unless you absolutely need it, because you kind of need to conserve the MP for this, because even though like he does drop some, it doesn't really... Plus you don't really need, like, a lot of the stuff that's going to hit you in this fight is stuff that Arrow won't even be able to guard, because he has the fucking tornadoes and he's got other shit like that. He doesn't really attack you with too much stuff that Arrow will help all that much with. He's, like I said though, he's a pretty easy boss, especially if you were grinding a little bit. Like, I don't even have the ultimate weapon yet, and this guy's like dying pretty fast.
What a turd.
This is the hardest part of the fight, when he starts flying around and spinning at you. He can do a ton of damage, and if you don't have Leaf Bracer, it's going to be really hard to heal through all of that. But honestly, if you can survive the rest of the fight, he's actually probably the easiest of the super bosses, but he can unexpectedly kill you, so I do suggest taking him on after Ice Titan, but you could reasonably take him on first and still win.
I was gonna say, he seems like it's not giving you nearly as much shit as the last one.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Phantom is way harder, even if you know what you're doing with Phantom, because he's just so hard to damage. But this guy, like, you can heal through stuff. The only hard part is when he turns off your magic, because you have to try to hit him as hard as you can, as fast as you can, so he'll drop health orbs, because if he damages you through all this, like, your items are locked, your magic is locked. Well, no, your items aren't locked. Your magic is locked and your summons are locked, so you can't really do anything. But other than that, like, he's not hard.
I love this song.
Well, now we're done with the video, because we beat him.
No, we got another boss fight.
No, that was it. I'll see you in the next part.
Nope, we got another boss fight.
Trader says he doesn't want another boss fight. Isn't that right, Trader?
Well, too bad, Trader.
At least someone won a contest and got their name in the game. And it was a cool boss fight. It's not that hard compared to the other tough bosses that this game has. But we do get the Zantet skin, which is a special technique that Sora can equip that will basically give you a finisher that can insta-kill stuff sometimes, but it's not activated all that often. You can equip it if you want. You also get another Ansem report.
Nice.
Actually, I think I might have been wrong. I think there's 13 Ansem reports, because there's originally 12. and the 13th one was added for the final mix version. Oh yeah, I guess I ended up keeping this in. Oh yeah, it's because like I don't really do anything else that's too much. But yeah, it is a decent ability if you want to equip the Zantet skin, but it doesn't really work. By the time you get the Zantet skin from him, it doesn't really work for anything that actually means anything, because it doesn't work on bosses. It just works on mooks, which at this point in the game, we don't really need it.
Wouldn't you want that for grinding purposes?
If you need to grind, yes, it's useful, because like he is the easiest of the super bosses, so if you fight him first, you fight him a little early, you can use it for grinding, but in all honesty, like, you could just like kill the enemies just as easily with a regular combo, and like the Zanteskin's only like the finisher.
Wait a minute, this isn't Olympus Coliseum.
This is not Olympus
I've been
Coliseum,
lied to.
because I have something to show you guys first.
What is it?
So I did a ton of grinding off screen. I went through so much
Teskin.
I went through so many. I did use the Zanteskin a little bit. I went through so many hours. Like, I doubled my playtime to get through all of these. You need to do a certain amount, and then they'll unlock the next one. And then, when you get 30 of them, you'll unlock the last 3 weapons. And we just forged the Ultima weapon, which is the best Keyblade in the game, but it takes fucking ever to actually obtain. But it is worth it because it increases max MP by 2, and it is literally the best at everything. So if you have this Keyblade, there's no reason to use anything else. It has a long reach. It's the strongest Keyblade by raw power. And
you're not going to use it for this. Got it.
I think I might have cut really weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, you need to equip all of your elixirs and mega elixirs, or you could use ethers if you want, but like, you need to make sure that you have MP for this next fight, and especially so, not just for MP purposes, but for the fact that you need to be able to cure a lot, and there's a move that this next boss has that is like... Oh, I do cut really weird, because this is me preparing for the fight, but then I lost. I went back, I got the Ultima key weapon, and I'm going to be cutting again. Right here, I cut again, and I actually will have the Ultima weapon for this fight, I believe. I know the first time I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Hey, guess what?
Is it?
Guys, it's time to fight
It's a train!
Lance Bass from
Oh
NSYNC.
boy.
Because that was his...
suplex him.
Because that was Sephiroth's voice actor for Kingdom Hearts 1. It was Lance Bass from NSYNC. Yeah, I did end up getting the Ultimate Weapon and equipping it for this fight. But yeah, you need all to max out your elixirs, because it should go without saying, spoiler alert, Sephiroth has attacks that he uses in the Final Fantasy series, like Heartless Angel, which leaves you with 1 HP and 0 MP. This is the Platinum match. This is the hardest boss fight in base Kingdom Hearts, and arguably still the hardest boss fight in the game period. There's only one other boss that really can contend for the title. Sephiroth has a health bar that doesn't go down visibly.
Invisible HP.
Yep, he has 1800 HP, so he has an extra bar of health. He has multiple phases. This first phase, he just does like flame pillars, and he'll be like, out of my way. It's kind of hard to hear. He has verbal clues for like almost everything he does. But he'll like do moving towards you and swinging his sword. He'll do flame pillars. He'll teleport a bunch. But that's basically all he'll do until like you get him down to being able to see the orange bar a little bit. And then he'll open his second phase. It should go without saying, the typical strategy, have Arrow, you don't have Donald or Goofy, so you can't use them or any summons. I recommend having stuff like Ars Arcanum and other finisher, like special attacks that you can have access to, because magic's not really all that useful besides setting up arrow and healing. So if you have the extra MP, being able to get some extra damage in with some nice physical attacks like Ars Arcanum, Ragnarok, Sonic Blade, Strike Raid, whatever the fuck you want to put on, like, they all work fairly well. So I would definitely, you know, when he does the come, he'll end up entering a second phase, and he'll do the Heartless Angel right away. Whenever he teleports, he'll say, Descend Heartless Angel, and you have a small window of time to interrupt the attack. If he gets the whole thing off, he will deplete Sora's HP to 1, his MP to 0, and your only way to get back from that is to use an item to get your MP back up. That's why I mentioned you want to have a full inventory of elixirs. Other than that, the attacks aren't too different. He'll run around a lot more, but he basically just piles on more of the same from the first phase. So, and then he also starts this attack where he'll be like, come power, and he'll have like this window of time where he'll just like fly around and attack you. Honestly, if you just spam guard, it doesn't do anything. You just have to guard at the right times, and he won't really be able to do anything about it with that attack where he's flying around. But you also can't really hit him because his sword deflects everything you try to do. So just stand there and guard.
I love how it doesn't matter what game he's in. It's basically like required that Sephiroth's sword is long as fuck.
Yep. I'm glad that they maintained that for Super Smash Brothers when they added him, because like they did kind of like lower the height of Cloud's sword, so I was worried they would do the same for Sephiroth, but they were like, nah, bitch. You can have
his sword reaches across half the stage.
It really does. But they managed to make it balanced. He's going to enter his last phase around here, around the point when he has 450 HP, so like a bar and a half. He adds a few new attacks to his repertoire. This is when he enters
like tackle.
Yeah. This is when he enters his final phase. He has a few different attacks. He has that attack
Sand
where he's
attack.
So he has a few attacks that he adds in. One of them being that one with the different like dark orbs that will like try to close in on you. He has this attack which is basically his meteor spell. He'll also, when he starts running around for swiping, he'll just add the dark orbs in as well. And then he also... Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah. And then he also adds a spiral strike attack, which he'll often do right after a teleport. So basically you gotta remember all of the things from the first two phases, plus these new attacks. And... just so you know, if you don't have the Leaf Bracer ability that allows you to heal and like have invincibility frames, don't fucking bother fighting Sephiroth. You will lose. You need Leaf Bracer. Unless like you're some god that knows how to avoid every attack of his perfectly. Oh, he'll still do the other attacks from like the second phase and stuff like that.
Well, you said that you need to remember those attacks too.
Sometimes he'll do them twice in a row.
Oh.
But, like I said, if you guard at the right time, that attack does nothing. But you... yeah. You beat him.
What a turd.
Yeah. He's tough. Like, I think I took like 4 tries to beat him. Every other boss in the game I've only taken like maybe 2. I never died a second time against the same boss. But Sephiroth kicks my ass.
We killed Cloud's boyfriend, so go us.
We get the One-Winged Angel for defeating him, and Ansem's Report 12. The One-Winged Angel Keyblade is literally just a bragging rights reward because it's not very good. By the time you get it, literally every other Keyblade that you've gotten by this point in the game, even if you don't have Ultimate Weapon, are better than it. The only thing that's really good about it is that it has decent range, and as it says, it sometimes deals extremely powerful critical blows, which basically means like if you don't have the Zantetskin ability, then this will basically do the same thing, but you probably already have Zantetskin, so you don't even need this Keyblade. Like, just equip Zantetskin, you basically have the same effect. God, that Keyblade is so pointless. It looks cool, but it is pointless. And now we're just reading the Ansem report. We have one last thing to do.
The answer is Seattle.
The answer is Seattle. We have one.
Yeah, that's wherein lies Nirvana.
That's true.
That's funny. But yeah, we have one last thing we got to do, and this was something that I had started a new recording session because I forgot that this actually even happens. So I cut this one small chunk out, but we get a cutscene after we beat Sephiroth.
Oh. Is it Cloud giving us the D?
Oh shit. Uh-oh, shit's about to go down.
Uh-oh.
He didn't stay dead for long.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now kiss.
No kid.
Bless you. You're my darkness. I'm part of you, am I? Join me in this eternal nightmare untarnished by light.
That sounded like evil Cartman. Like deep-voiced evil
Kingdom
Cartman.
Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
You're the darkness to my friendship. And that's not very cute.
Oh, we got a cool sword fight. Sephiroth's just like, come up here. Holds his hand out. And that's it.
And they went back to their universe.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
Basically. So in the next part, we're gonna fight the last optional super boss, and then we're gonna wrap up the stuff in the end of the world, which means that we're gonna finish the game soon, guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We'll see you then.
Oh no.